Russia tried to cut off World Wide Web. A failed experiment to cut Russia from the World Wide Web stokes fears of Chinese-style online censorship. Russia has run large-scale experiments to test the feasibility of cutting the country off the World Wide Web, a senior industry executive has claimed. The tests, which come amid mounting concern about a Kremlin campaign to clamp down on internet freedoms, have been described by experts as preparations for an information blackout in the event of a domestic political crisis. Andrei Semeryakov, general director of a Russian service provider called Urtelecom, said Russia's Ministry of Communications and Roskomnadzor, the national internet regulator, ordered communications hubs run by main Russian internet providers to block traffic to foreign communications channels by using a traffic control system called PI. The objective was to see whether the Runet, the informal name for the Russian internet, could continue to function in isolation from the global internet. The experiment, which took place in spring this year, failed because thousands of smaller service providers, which Roskomnadzor has little control over, continued to pass information out of the country, Mr. Semeryakov said. Smaller providers account for over 50% of the market in some Russian regions, generally lack the PI technology used by the larger companies to implement the blocking orders, and often use satellite connections that cannot be easily blocked. Russian officials denied any such experiment had taken place. A Roskomnadzor spokesman said there was not such experiment. The agency had not responded to a written request for further details by close of business Thursday. Mr. Semeryakov's comments had been wrongly interpreted and in such a form that it is pointless to comment on it, another Roskomnadzor spokesman told RBK, a Russian newspaper. But the reported spring experiment follows a similar test in July last year, when security agencies including the FSB, the Defense Ministry, and the Interior Ministry collaborated with a national telephone operator to see if a national intranet made up of the domain names ending in .ru could continue to operate if cut off from other parts of the internet. That test was reportedly ordered personally by Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, to assess the Russian internet's ability to continue operating if Western countries introduce sanctions cutting off the country from the internet, and resulted in a decision to build backup infrastructure to ensure the Runet's continued operation.